Hey everybody, this is Leah Spradlin. I'm the co-author of Capshaw. I'm here with my friend Marshal Hunter. He is the brains behind the operation. And we're going to talk a little bit about the characters in the book and how they came to life, and a little bit about how we've been working together on it. So, Marshall, do you want to tell us a little bit about where some of these characters came from?
Well, there are a whole lot of characters in this book, and I think all of them are really strong. The main character, his name is Logan Anders, and his wife is Sadie, and they're the heart of the story. You know, it's their journey. It's mostly Logan's journey, but Sadie, as his wife, she's his main supporter. She's a big, she's the one that tries to help keep him in line and help him get back to where he should be throughout this journey. But Logan is an investigative reporter, and he is trying to solve a very difficult mystery. This mystery of the Capshaw family who has disappeared 25 years ago from a small town in Virginia. And so Logan discovers this story, and he works at a newspaper, and so he tries he convinces his boss to let him go to Virginia, and a whole lot of craziness happens while he's there. But he meets. There are so many characters. There are characters at the newspaper. There's a couple funny guys. A guy named Garrett and Cole, and his Logan's not really his assistant. She's an intern, but he claims her kind of as an assistant. And her name is Alexis, and she is very witty and sarcastic and a lot of fun. I'm sure Leah, had a lot of fun writing some scenes for her.
Well, I like her a lot because she says things that I don't have the guts to say. You can't blame the author for what the characters say, right? So she's pretty cool. She's a lot of fun, and there's a couple of other reporters there at the newspaper where Logan works that kind of make his life miserable and are oblivious to it. So that's been pretty fun to explore as well. And then his boss is kind of a typical hard as nails, top of the pyramid kind of boss. So they have a really cool showdown scene in the book. And then when he gets to Virginia, then he encounters a lot of really interesting, very polar opposite people than what he's used to in the city. And there's a watchdog receptionist named Mrs. Hess, and she's kind of hilarious without even meaning to be. So amidst all of the tension and the dark subject matter, there's some fun that kind of happens and kind of pulls you out of that so it doesn't get too heavy. And there's a really awesome district attorney that you guys are going to love reading about. And there's also, there's a sheriff and deputy that get in Logan's way at every turn. And, as opposed to helping him, which is kind of what he thought when he got to Virginia, that he would be able to kind of save the day. And he finds that nobody really wants to help him, and that this mystery he's not sure if this mystery ever really wants to be solved. So he kind of feels like the world's against him and gets to the point where he's not sure if he can really crack this case, and how everything comes together is pretty fantastic. So there's a lot of interesting spectrum in our characters that we have in this story, and I really have enjoyed writing them and helping to come up with really interesting names and backgrounds and kind of how everybody interacts. And there's a couple twists to the character cast towards the end, which is pretty exciting. So what are some of your favorite characters in the book, Marshall?
I love them all. They're like, like when you're writing, you get to live through these characters, like you were saying. You get to say things that you wouldn't say. You get to, I don't know, they just come alive as you're writing them, and that's super exciting. And one of the things that I'm loving about writing a novel versus making a movie, movies are great. I'm still striving for that, but to be able to write a book, it takes you and a computer or a piece of paper, and you just go and you live in this world. And Leah and I have talked back and forth about how to make the characters as best as possible and how to make it exciting for the audience. But really, when it comes down to it, it's up to us as the writers what's right and what's wrong for the characters, and that's a lot of fun, I guess, especially for me, who is an introvert. I see the world through my own lenses, and I really don't care about your opinions, but I shouldn't say that, because I do, and I want you guys to love the book. But for me as a writer, this has been exciting, and it's been exciting to collaborate with somebody who has seen the vision that I started out with the movie script and has taken it to a whole new level. So we're really excited to be able to share this with you guys coming September 9th. And we're going to be doing some cool things in the near future. We're definitely going to give away some books. People have been begging us to give away signed copies, or just to send them a signed copy when it comes out. But we're going to give away some books, and we'll use as much creativity with our contests and with our giveaways and with helping to market the book as we did with these characters. Anything else you want to say about this, Leah?
I'm just pretty excited. It's kind of cool to look at this manuscript, and like, I'll show my husband little snippets of it, and he'll ask me, so did you write this part, or did Marshall write this part? And it's kind of hard to answer, because so much of it has been so collaborative. There's parts that have been all Marshall's idea and parts that have been all my idea, and they're so blended through the whole story that it's really becoming its own work, and that's pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how it all comes together and how all those loose ends tie themselves up. Cool.
All right, guys. Please share this video with your friends. Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week and tell you some more about Capshaw. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for watching.